Hi, my name is Michael Dennis, and I did my service learning project at Appalachian Christian Camp in Unicoi, Tennessee. And some history about Appalachian Christian Camp is they got started over 75 years ago in a barn in Unicoi. After some growing, they relocated to Milligan College, and they stayed there for several years before they relocated again to their current location in Limestone Cove, Unicoi, where they've been for the last 40 years. Appalachian Christian Camp serves all year long, but what they mainly focus on is their summer camps, which start on June 2nd and last through August 6th. The summer programs at Appalachian Christian Camp include Truth Quest, Wilderness, Core, Summit, and Pathway. Truth Quest is for the younger kids, and it ranges anywhere from kindergarten to 6th grade. And this is to help the campers get the experience of camp because it only lasts anywhere from a day to 4 days. And during these couple days, they get to experience being away from home and get to learn with kids their own age about God in a new and exciting way that they probably haven't been able to before in the past. Wilderness is another program that we offer at Appalachian Christian Camp, and it's a little different than most camps because it's not located on site at Appalachian Christian Camp. And it ranges anywhere from 4th grade to 12th grade, and they spend a week whitewater rafting and rock climbing and horseback riding. And the purpose of this camp week is to get kids out of their element and have them learn and experience things in a new way. Core is another camp offered at ACC, and it's basically just a step up from Truth Quest. It ranges from 7th grade to 9th grade, and with this group of kids, they stay for a week and they go more in depth with the students. Summit is basically a step up from Core. It ranges from 10th grade to 12th grade, and during this week, they really focus on service, experience, and sports. Summit has a week devoted especially to sports in the fact that they get to play tennis, golf, football, volleyball, and through this experience, they try to show kids how they can learn about God in a different kind of setting. Pathway is the final program offered at Appalachian Christian Camp, and it's a lot different than the other weeks in the fact that it lasts 2 weeks. The age ranges from 10th grade to 12th grade, and these 2 weeks are completely service weeks. This means that instead of the camp serving the camper serving the camp. These students work alongside the staff for 2 weeks helping with the cooking, the cleaning, and the ropes course. And the purpose of this camp is to help them learn that there's lots of ways to praise God and that service is one of the best ways to. One of the great things about Appalachian Christian Camp is that it's a nonprofit organization. And since it's a nonprofit organization, it depends highly on donations from businesses and people alike. Appalachian Christian Camp has never had a huge problem with funding, but they're always in need, so donations are always wanted. It's never been bad enough where they've had to say, oh, we can't accept any more campers. But with extra funding, ACC would try to expand their facilities and help further their fund for their No Child Left Behind program. Something really great that stood out to me at Appalachian Christian Camp was their No Child Left Behind program. Appalachian Christian Camp started this due to the fact of high tuition costs for campers. They realized that a lot of families would not be able to afford the high cost of camp. That's why they work with sponsors to create scholarships at the beginning of each season so that kids, no matter who they are and what they can pay, can attend camp. I've actually been attending Appalachian Christian Camp since I was a child and have been volunteering there as a counselor ever since I was old enough. And the biggest preconception I had was the amount of money that they were making per camper. And I came to find out that I was very wrong, that they were not making any money off any campers. And I found this out through the fact that they're nonprofit and the amount of fundraising they do. And I was sitting in on a meeting one day, and they were talking about prices for next year. And I spoke up and said, can you kind of explain to me how much the money goes into the campers? And they were like, all of it does. They said, this is how much goes into food, this is how much goes into activities, this is how much goes into housing. And I was so surprised because I was like, they're not pocketing anything from this. They're not making anything from this. The way they make money is through donations. They're not making anything from children. And that really surprised me. And come to find out, they're about 50% cheaper than all the other camps in the area. And that's why they're so strong-willed about volunteering and fundraising, is because they don't want to be the cheapest camp just for competition reasons. They want to make sure that every child has the the chance to go to camp, and I just think that's very awesome that they are so strong-willed about that. I was greatly affected by my time at Appalachian Christian Camp in this new kind of setting. I'd never been in the office type setting at Appalachian Christian Camp. I'd always been, volunteering with the campers. And I really hope to come back and help more with events and the fundraising that they do, because I now realize how important it is. Something that I saw that really affected me a lot was the time and the effort that they put into each child that comes into camp. No matter if it's from the experience they have, to the fun they have, to the lessons that they walk away with, they spend days and days in the off season working on what they think would be best. The full-time staff at Appalachian Christian Camp works directly with the directors and the deans of each week, and they volunteer their weeks completely free to the camp, and they bring in all their counselors. And Appalachian Christian Camp sits down with them all the time during the off season, and they talk, about what they can do to help those deans make the week as best as possible. And no matter what it is, they try to come up with something that's going to be great and better than the last year, and so that kids that are returning, get something new, and the kids that are coming for the first time have a wonderful experience. And that made me really appreciate the fact that I was lucky enough to grow up in such a setting, because a lot of kids don't have that opportunity. And it really showed me how much that they just care. They care about every person that walks through that door, no matter who they are, or if they paid or if they didn't. And that really affected me, because I wasn't shocked by it, but I was like, wow, it's not just a money-making business, and I never should have thought that it was. It's truly, it's caring people, showing God's love in every aspect, and it's always being seen, and I just really thought that was really cool, and it really affected me greatly. One of the hardest questions I was asked was, what would I do if I was in charge? And after volunteering there, I was like, there's nothing I want to change. You guys are doing a lot right. And it took me a while, but something that I came up with, and then I was like, that is something that could be changed and would benefit the entire camp, is the number of full-time staff. And there are about 5 full-time staff in charge of about 200 plus campers, about 50 plus counselors, and about 20 plus summer staff. And it really amazed me that these people are, there every week with the summer staff, and are able to get everything done in the time that they are allowed to get it done. And that just really shocked me. I know that going into hiring more people costs more money, which, means more donations. But, if I was in charge, I think I would really try to find a way to allow more staff in the budget, because I think that would really help with time management and allowing to get more things done and more effectively, and just make the summer experience for the campers a lot better. One of the best experiences that I had through volunteering at Appalachian Christian Camp is the connections I've made. I sat down with some of the deans and the summer staff director helping plan the summer, and they remembered who I was from when I was a little camper, and that was just wonderful to me, to know that I'm coming back and helping them do what they did for me once, and I just thought that was a great experience. As my visual, I thought I would show you some of the camp shirts and give you a little background information on them. This is the Truth Quest shirt. And this past summer was my second summer being a counselor, and it was just great being able to spend time with the little kids and get to know them. This is the wilderness shirt, and it was my first summer being a wilderness counselor, and I'd never done it before, and not even as a camper. And the kids seemed to know more about it than I did, and they were looking up to me, and I was like, don't look at me, I don't know what I'm doing. And it was just great. And my core shirt, and this past summer was my third summer doing that. And I'm just so excited about this coming summer and to see what's in store, and I cannot wait to help more with like the work side than just the camp side. And I'm so excited to just come and help out and just be a part of Appalachian Christian Camp, because they're such a wonderful organization. I just want to thank you guys for watching my video. Bye!